Alright, what were your friends' opinions of the war? Or could you recall, like, what your friends thought of the war?
My friends, most of my friends' view of the war is that we should have really hammered them. We had the ability to actually destroy the entire North Vietnam, military-wise. We could have bombed Hanoi into oblivion, make it a desert. Uh, Kind of a radical approach, but with all the frustration going on both sides, a lot of my friends felt the same way. Let's just end this thing right now. Let's just destroy this entire country quickly and everybody in it, which was, you can't do because then innocent people get killed and everything. But a lot of us back then, the people that I knew, wanted to do this. Otherwise, get out because we're not doing any good there. And so we actually ended up getting out. And actually, near the end of the war, the Viet Cong in the late 60s was actually almost completely defeated. The North Vietnamese army was literally destroyed. But what turned the whole public opinion was that during what they call the Tet Offensive, was these holidays and Vietnamese holidays, the Tet Offensive. They attacked different sites in Saigon and around some of the big cities, and that got people real nervous. And news reporters like Walter Cronkite, who was over there, said, "I thought we were winning this war, and how come these guys can get in here and do this kind of, cause this kind of chaos?" And it was right then and there that Lyndon Johnson said, the President of the United States said that we're getting out of here. That's it. This is over. And within a year or two, we were completely gone from Vietnam. So.
Alright, what part did television play in informing people about the war?
Television, they called the Vietnam War the television war, because every night on the news you had updated pictures of helicopter assaults, and the cameramen were right with them, and every major battle that was going on in the jungles and in the streets. And you would see helicopters landing and the cameraman's there and the news reporter, and you'd see Americans getting shot and carried, their bodies getting carried onto helicopters to evacuate them. It was very distressing, and a lot of this was shown on TV, unedited, and really turned public opinion against the war, because what our troops were going through to deal with this.
Alright, do you remember any, like, the type of music associated with the war, like what they would play?
Yeah, there was a lot of songs that came out against the war in Vietnam, and I can remember just one group, Clarence Clearwater Revival, a song called Fortunate Son. And if you listen to that at some time, you'll hear it's about someone going to Vietnam and fighting for his country and all this, but it was more against the war. And there were a lot of those type of songs back then, late 60s, early 70s. And it really got the young people fired up, so to